All right, so I'm just going to do this off the cuff here because I'm kind of curious to see what the response is going to be out of this. So we have the New Mexico mayor declaring herself God of the state and that she can just on a whim declare that the Constitution is null and void, and she can just remove the First and Second Amendments at her discretion. This is a test blip. This is to see how far can the Democrats go. This is not the first time they've done this. Back during the Corona times, when New York was ordered that was sued by the courts, sued by people to go after their unconstitutional rules, telling people they had to stay at home and they couldn't go to church, but that they could go out and get alcohol and get drugs and things like that. People sued them, and Cuomo he lost, but he said, yeah, I don't care. And he just redid the law or the executive order under a new, just changed a few words and still forced people to do it. In Michigan, they did the same thing. They knew it was unconstitutional. They just did it anyway. And they do this quite often. Basically, the MO is, we're going to do it. We don't care if it's illegal. We're just going to do it. In Pennsylvania, they changed the rules to allow mail-in ballots beyond the threshold and after the deadlines and everything. So it was illegal. They said they don't care. They're just going to do it anyway. And that's exactly what we've got going on right now in New Mexico. Is they know it's illegal. She's fully aware of the fact that you cannot do this. She even goes so far as to admit that the criminals are not going to respond to it, that they're not going to comply. So the only possible effect that this is going to have is to take law-abiding citizens' ability to defend themselves rights away. That's it. Criminals are still going to do whatever they want. They're criminals. They don't care about the law. Murder is already illegal. Yet, for some reason, Democrats think passing more laws to make it harder to get guns will somehow affect the criminals that don't care about those laws to begin with. So if this is allowed, you can expect it to happen in more states, and you can expect them to declare more emergencies, just like when we allowed them to get away with it during Corona. They did not stop. And so, full disclosure, I am neither Republican nor Democrat. I have been an independent voter my entire life. I vote for Mickey Mouse. I don't vote for human candidates because there hasn't ever been one that I support. I haven't ever voted for a senator before because there hasn't ever been one I support. So the truth is, I am politically neutral here. I really don't care because I see both parties as being corrupt, but one is certainly more corrupt than the other, and that's the one that's willing to openly break the law, which is what we're seeing now. So the only real response to this that you can have that will have an effect would be for people in that state. You need to go to the Capitol, go to the governor's mansion, and you have to stop what you're doing. This is more important than anything else that's going on in your state. Somebody needs to step up and become a leader in that state. Somebody needs to develop a fund to get people from other states to send money to people in the state of New Mexico so that they can go and protest, because it costs money to do that. They have jobs. And the biggest reason why the right is not able to protest like the left is the vociferous minority on the left are unemployed. They have nothing but time on their hands to go out and wreak havoc. Whereas people on the right, they're conscientious. They have jobs. They're not going to go out and protest because they have jobs and families to take care of. But at this point, if you don't go out and protest, you're not going to be able to defend your family in the near term, because this is just going to get worse. So you have one option and one option only. That is to resist with absolute vigor every single move that they make from this point forward. She must be immediately impeached. I'm talking people need to go swarm the Capitol, swarm the governor's mansion, and you don't leave until she's impeached and gone. I don't mean the impeachment starts. No, she has to be removed from office. What she's done is patently illegal. Some sheriff should be arresting her and charging her with crimes. I believe it's USC 18 that specifically states that you cannot create a law that contradicts something in the Constitution and takes away people's rights. I'll have to go look at the specific coding, but it's in there. It's part of the U.S. federal code, and other people have been prosecuted. So there's no reason that this could not be done. Another option would be a sheriff within somewhere in Albuquerque can deputize everyone and allow them to carry so that they can thwart the governor. And then when the governor says, no, you can't do it, tell her to pound sand and then take them to court, just like she's doing to you. She admits and knows that this is unconstitutional and it's going to be challenged in court. She doesn't care. The left doesn't care at all. They're willing to break the rules and see how far you will let them go with it. If you let them to get away with this, it will continue. It's your choice.